brackets.
Hello, Tom. How's it going?
Oh, I'm just out here looking to get some tokens for Tokenbaum, of course. Oh no, it looks like we're about to face some token resistance.
You know we're about to die, right?
Yeah.
Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy, the Ep26, alright, welcoming you back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day, for 100 days, we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, is very late. It's also the 26th day of the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're taking a look at an interesting little challenge today, something we've kind of attempted in the past, and we'll probably be attempting again later this season with something different. We're taking a look at a token-themed deck. So we got ourselves a deck that's all about spamming out tokens and doing silly things with tokens, much like the last couple days. It's a very casually minded sort of deck, but it's a deck that has a good amount of stuff that it can actually do. So we've got ourselves our deck here today. We're gonna be summoning out all the tokens, like the scapegoat tokens and the scapegoat tokens and the hippos. Lots of hippo tokens as well. And it's all thanks to Mr. 7880, who asked us to take a look at the good old-fashioned deck around the tokens. So we're going to be going into EDO Pro. We're going to be showing off this deck, showing off the wombos and the combos, the what do's and the what not do's. Have ourselves a good old time. I mean, this is a nice little deck here, and I think we can have ourselves a good time with it. So let's go right into it. As always, if you want the whole deck list, it's at the end of the video. As always, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons down below if you like what we're seeing and what we're doing today. And enough talking, let's get the show on the road. Alright everybody, our first opponent of the day in another card game. Now with our deck, we like to go first. Very much a more of a going first sort of thing. Build up a board, set things up, prepare. Especially considering that most of our token cards are things like Scapegoat, where we can't summon when we play them. But other than that, this opening hand's an interesting affair. Let's see, I have my Cosmic Compass, which is pretty neat. I've got my Token Stampede, which is a cool little trap. That's all my tokens in attack mode get 1,000 attack points. Pretty dang nifty. Other than that, we're up against some Qliphorts. I always like seeing Qliphorts. Qliphorts are neat. I think they're very underrated and underappreciated. Alright, so what we're going to do is activate our Mimigal Maker. Now, Mimigals are just... It's a main thing with Mimigal Makers that lets me pick flip monsters, get one to my hand, the other one goes to my opponent's board, so it's a neat little card. Like, I can use to interrupt my opponent just a smidge. Please don't give him the Scapegoat. Damn it. Every time. Every time. Alright. But I do get to special summon a Mimigal from my hand. But at least I'll have a monster on my board, although it's not the monster I would like. But it'll search out more stuff. I mean, I lost the 50-50, what can I say? But it's okay. Scapegoat will not do my opponent much good. I don't think Qliphorts really need the tokens that much. Although they could, I guess they could tribute summon. That is something they do. And hey, the dragon did bait out the effect veiler. That's pretty big. That is pretty big. Alright. Well, that all being said, let me think about this. I could get another token. Kind of a waste at this point, though, so I'm not going to do that. Let me think here. I could give the Arc Fiend to my opponent, but it really wouldn't do me much good. And I could flip up... Ooh, I could flip up the Scapegoat. I don't know if that would help me too much, but it would be funny. And funny is always the best option. So we're going to summon our Mimigal Arc Fiend, and we're just going to flip the Scapegoat. You know? Why the heck not? I mean, I want to show if that's what we're trying to do. Good old Scapegoat coast to coast. Summons out as many of the black sheep tokens as you want when he's flipped up. You always go for 4, but, you know, it gives you an option here. So we'll flip up the Ghost. Put him into attack mode. And my opponent will not use the effect of the Scapegoat. Okay. I mean, that works for me. I'm actually glad you did not do that. in this particular situation, I think we'll go for the Nightmare Phoenix. Just because he's bigger. We won't discard our cards because I kind of need them. But let's go ahead and beat over the Scapegoat. And we'll go from there. Bit of a touch and go situation here. You know, that's the thing with the Mimighoul makers. It's like you get this 50-50 shot. You get the flip monster you want. I could have gone for Tarot Tray. That would have given me any flip monster I wanted. But with the levels and the nature of the deck, that really wouldn't have worked out that well. Maybe. But that would have required like a whole nother engine to make Tarot Tray work. But so, don't need to worry about that. So we got the Qliphort going. I guess they finally have their scales set up. They also have Raigeki. Okay. That's fine. Waste your Raigeki. I don't need Nightmare Phoenix. I have Scapegoat. I have the scapegoatest of them all. Alright, so you got the Stealth Boy. That's pretty neat. I'm just gonna wait till the end phase. I can take 1800. This doesn't, like, do anything, does it? I don't think it does. I don't recall any Qliphorts that do anything when they do damage. Although I could be very mistaken. But we'll activate our Scapegoat. We'll get out all the tokens in the world. There's the blue one, the orange one, the yellowish one, and the I guess that's kind of a pinkish red. Ooh. That's an interesting one. That is a very interesting one. Hidden Armory. I could just straight up get everything I ever wanted. That is true. So let's put everybody into attack mode. And we're going to activate our token Stampede Trap. So everybody, ironically enough, it's the Scapegoats on this thing. Everyone's going to get 1,000 attack points. And we're going to activate our Hidden Armory spell. Sadly saying goodbye to the hippos, but that's okay. We don't need hippos right now. Maybe later, but not now. In any case, we'll activate our United We Stand on the reddish one. Red is my color. Therefore, this will get all the attack points. And then, let's go ahead and attack our opponent. As we do. You know, it's straightforward at the end of the day. Yeah, we're playing all these silly little token cards and stuff, but at the end of the day, we're just like a beatdown sort of thing. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to attack with our tokens, and oh my lord, what are all these set cards? These must be like all in perm or something. It has to be like these are all in perm, and you couldn't play any of them because I don't play any effect monsters, barring this compass. So that's the idea of the deck in a microcosm. We didn't get to do like the bigger combos, which we do have. We do have some bigger combos. We haven't even gotten to the token support. So good for a first duel. We got to show up what this deck is attempting to do. Unfortunately, my opponent was really prepared for more monster effect stoppage. I'm almost 100% sure at least 2 of these are in perm. At minimum, 2 of these are in perm. These are probably just all monster effect negates. I don't need monster effects. So let's go for duel number 2. Show off more what this deck can do. Hopefully we can do the really cool combo that goes with Scapegoat. If not, at least get like the other token stuff going. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alright, we're going first again. Let's see what we got here. Alright, barring in perm, that's actually pretty dang good. We're going to set ourselves, actually, forget Scapegoat. I'm going to summon Mimighoul Dragon to my opponent's board, so I don't have to worry about being impermed. We have the Scapegoat, which is one of our best monsters in the deck. Summons tokens out the wazoo, and he's a tuner to boot. So he's a really cool combo you can do with him. Here's the Book of the Taio. I'll basically just flip some monster face up. That way we don't have to wait a turn to get all the tokens we'd like to get onto our board. So we're going to summon all of these dang spiffy tokens. And this will lead to one of 2 things. Either one, I could go the usual route and go for Avramax and things of that nature. Or 2, which what we're going to do this time just because it's a little different, we're going to go for our Synchro line. We're going to go for this dude. We're going to start off with good old-fashioned Formula Synchro. Thankfully, this doesn't end in Quasar, because that would be just like anything could just make Quasar nowadays. But yeah, we're going to make our Martial Metal Masher next. Summon out this boy onto the board. Because when he's summoned out, I can just bring back my tuner. Pretty dang nice. Put him on the board there. And next we're going to go for this dude. This is Fish Lamp. We play the Fish Lamp for one really good reason. When he's used as synchro material, he will summon out some tokens. just why we play. Well, we're locked into fish after we summon. What was it? Yeah, after the tokens are summoned, we can only summon fish. That's okay. You know, that is a-okay, because we really don't need to go into much more than that. I just really want some tokens. That's the whole name of the day's game, is get out tokens. Therefore, that's what we shall do. So we'll summon out a couple of these fancy lamp tokens. Get another copy of Black Garden, so it's not in my deck. And that'll be pretty good. And we're going to go into the end of this line, which is good old buddy Ravenous Crocodragon. Will draw me not only more cards, but can also pop stuff. So, there we go. Good old Ravenous Arc 2. I can go ahead and draw some... Well, you know, it's better to get it out of the way. And hey, I drew into token support. This is actually a really good card in this deck. One, because it's really funnily named. Because it's literally just token support. Like, Konami's admitting, like, they didn't have anything, like, generic for token supporting. But this is what this does. And basically, this allows me to make a token just huge. I tribute all the tokens I have, or how many I need. One of them will gain 1,000 for everything I tribute. As well, I'd rather not just be easily impermed if that's okay. So I'm going to activate my Black Garden to get myself some more tokens, and I'll end my turn at that. But yeah, basically, like I was saying, tribute a bunch of tokens. One token gets 1,000 points for each tribute, and can attack every monster for every tribute. So 4K beat stick that attacks 4 times. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll just leave. I'll leave these in my hand in case I have Mystic Space Typhoon too. Well, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping to keep Crocodragon alive for a turn. Partly because, you know, he's just nice. I just discard 2 cards, pop a card. But unfortunately now my Lamp Fish is not going to be doing me much good. I can banish him while I have my Synchro to, like, pop another card. But that is neither here nor there. It is no longer an option, regrettably. Regrettably. Well, we shall see. So yeah, he still has the Mimical Dragon. But if he flips this thing face up, it's going to destroy all of his monsters and then I get the darn thing. So I don't think he's going to do that. Instead, they're just going to set a monster. And a face down card. Okay. And another. But you've stopped yourself from Pendulum Summoning. But clearly this is the opposite of Qliphort's. I see. See indeed. Let's see where this goes. I really like my Book of Taio again right now. That would be really cool. Let's see. Monster control. I'm gonna wait for a second and see what we draw into. Another Mimighoul Maker. Mimighoul Maker does sound neat here. Let me think about this. Because there's really no reason not to play it. I mean, I'll get myself another Scapegoat, hopefully. Either way, I'm just getting cards out of the deck, getting closer to the cards I actually want, so I'll take it. Okay. Waboku. Fancily enough. Alright. You do that. Aw. He has my Scapegoat. I don't appreciate that. Do I want to special summon a monster from my hand? Not especially. Ah! Black Guard? Well, if his monster was face up, that would be doing something. I'm just going to give him this Arc Fiend just for the heck of it. I mean, if he wants to, like, I don't know. If he wants to, like, link with these or something, he will have to flip them up at some point. But for now, we're still fine and dandy. I'm okay with this. Waboku. I can't do damage, so there's no point in doing anything else. But I think next turn, we can definitely go in for, like, the Hippo Carnival. Finally show off token support and start, like, annihilating these monsters. That's the plan, anyway. What do we got? Summoner Monk. Yeah, this doesn't work on flip summons. Okay. This is some... Well, it's really hard to say what this is going to be. Because that's a really generic thing. Mahavilo? It couldn't be. Could it? I don't know why I'm thinking Mahavilo, but I'm seeing like an equip spell. And I'm seeing you're going to bring out a level 4 monster from the deck, so... Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. Although what you're actually going to go into... What the heck is this? We're going to face up Dark to inflict 800 damage to your opponent. Ah, I see. But I'm going to use Mimighoul Maker here. I can forcefully flip up the dragon, which will then destroy all my opponent's stuff. I don't trust this thing if you don't mind. Does it look like I trust this thing? Because I don't. Now we'll get back to the dragon. So no Shadow Priestess of Ohm. This is like a cannon soldier, but like for darks specifically. It's really a weird card. Okay. My opponent's definitely trying to troll me with something. But I've trolled them back. For now, Mimigul has destroyed all of his face-up monsters. Except for this guy. But by summoning it, you play into my hand, sir. By summoning back the Priestess of Ohm, again, you play into my plan. Alright. Interesting enough, I suppose. I mean, what, he needs to tribute like 10 dark monsters for this to OTK me? I suppose that's not impossible. But you only have like so many cards. Yeah, he could flip up a Scapegoat, but that's not really going to help him too much. Okay. Hey, more monsters. You know what that means? More tokens. You know what that means? Token support gonna do lots of damage. So I'm happy with it. I mean, this is I've never... I think I've seen this card once before, but I do not remember ever seeing anyone play the thing. Tribute a dark 800 damage. It's like being hit with Cowboy repeatedly. Ah, of course. Baguska. Why am I not surprised that it is the Baguska? That's not good for multiple reasons. I mean, I have links, which is my saving grace here, but I'm not happy about it. I'm not especially happy about it because I'd rather it not be the case. Double checking myself. Can I blow up my own... whatchamacallit? I need to blow up my own field spell. Oh, I can just set a new one. What am I talking about? I was thinking I'd have to go into, like, Nightmare Unicorn. Or not Unicorn, but, Phoenix. Regardless. Yeah? I mean, it's not exactly what I was wanting to do, but... I can summon more tokens later. It's not a problem. There is no issue here. It's just annoying, that's all. Alright. Set new field spell. That's right. We're playing old school on you now. Alright, we'll summon out our IP Masquerena. We'll summon out our Paroxy Dragon. As we do. I suppose we could also go for Access Code Talker. Who is better in this particular situation? I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I only have the 2 Link monsters anyway. I'm just gonna go for my good old buddy Theft Code Talker. He's a good guy. You know, I can summon Avermax any time of the week. It's super easy to do. But Access Code Talker, that man takes some... He takes a little bit of something. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and use Access Code Talker. We'll pop the terribly tired one. I don't trust it. And let's see... Summon as many, blah, 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 blah. And I could activate this now. Let's see, can I attribute a monster to not special summon? Yeah, we're gonna activate the Hippo Carnival. Summon out hippos. Summon out the tokens. Summon out all the hippos. They might be the most disturbing tokens ever, but they are proud warriors today. Alright. I can't use this at the moment, but that's okay. Let's just enter Ye Olden Battle the Phase. We'll beat over Anima, because he's just kind of sitting there, so we might as well beat over him. Lots of damage. And... is there any point in going for Blackguard now? Not at the moment. I'm just going to leave it alone. We'll end our turn. That'll work. That'll work. Alright, so we're pretty set at the moment. They do have the Arcfiend still, but they're not going to flip this up until they play this card. Because if they flip it, they have to get rid of one of their cards. I get to draw a card. So we're pretty dang... Did a good... No. My token support spell. I was going to make my tokens huge, you know. I was going to make them all superstars. Well, that is unfortunate indeed. What can you do? What can you do? I suppose I can just do this. It's not like the most fancy thing in the world, but I'll get rid of the Mimighoul, and you know what? One way or another, a Hippo will win us this duel. A Hippo will do it. It's just not the way I wanted it to do. So I really wanted to use my Hippo support. My token support. You know, that was like the thing. That's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to tribute everybody. I was going to tribute like 5 monsters. Make one of these tokens do 5,000 attack. 5,000, man. But unfortunately, my opponent had drew an MST. My goodness, casual Yu-Gi-Oh server sometimes could really throw you a curveball like this thing. But regardless, I'm just gonna do as I say. I'm gonna tackle with these Hippo tokens. They deserve to do some damage. So we'll hit our opponent with the Hippo. That'll be game right there. We got time for one more duel today. Hopefully our opponent, well, we're doing okay. We're doing what we want to do. We're just not having a lot of back and forth today, which I guess is good in a way, but bad in another. So we'll see what happens in the third and final duel. And hopefully we'll get to have that nice back and forth, and token support will do its thing that I want it to do. Alrighty, everybody, the third opponent, the fighting third. Let's get right into it and see what we got here. Alrighty, we got ourselves a neat little hand. I am going first, so that's cool, although the opening hand is not good for going first. Let me think here. This guy's summon adds a Mimighoul spell trap. Oh man, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky opening hand. Suppose I could just give him the dragon. I kind of want to summon it and get my Mimighoul maker. You know what? High risk, high reward. We're already 2-0, so might as well. You know what? I believe we're gonna go for the Mimighoul maker, and we're gonna Mimighoul make, and we're gonna get that scapegoat. I believe. Damn it. Of course. Let's see. No, that is rather unfortunate. I guess I'll give him the Arc Fiend just so I can hopefully get, let's see, an actual casual player. Oh dear. Let's see here. I can't summon anything else. So we'll end our turn at that and hope for the best. We'll see there. We shall see. It's not going to be an easy one here, folks. Because I really wanted that scapegoat. I really wanted the scapegoat. Let's see. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh, am I right? That's true. Modern, in casual, like, I play in the casual server. And a lot of times, this is just like what you see. It's a lot of people just negating stuff. Not today. None of that. Although we still don't know what my opponent's doing. I just hope that giving... Oh, tribute summon. Snowdrop the Rika Fairy. Alright. Okay, my attack doesn't do anything, but that's okay. Really just depends on what... Miracle Fertilizer. Target a part in the graveyard, summon that target. Cannot normal summon a set. Okay, that doesn't do anything at the moment. Rose Bell of the Revelation, though. That can search out a plant, 2,400 more attack from the deck. So that would be Hellbore? I think that was the name of the rig. I think there's another one. Definitely another one. Talia, the Princess of Cherry Blossoms. Oh boy. Oh, it sounds like an interesting predicament we're in. Alright. I was not expecting my monsters to be tribute summoned, but I guess that makes sense too. Okay. So now we'll see where this goes. Can I get another Mimighoul maker? That would be great. I want to roll them bones again. I want to roll them bones one more time. Okay. Scapegoat will do. Scapegoat will do. I like a better token support spell. And we'll really just see where this goes. I could summon Cosmic Compass. I just feel like that'd be a waste with only one monster on the board. So remind me what Talia does. 100 attack for every plant you control. Other plants cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neat. Okay. And then this can let you summon Talia. Okay. Fascinating. It's the Princess of Cherry Blossom. Okay. I mean, certainly my opponent controls many a plant, a lady plant, a plant lady, one might call them. Well, I'm not too worried yet. I mean, I got my scapegoat still. I've still got the token support, so I'm all set in that regard. Yeah, I can see where I gotta go from here. I can see in my mind's eye. Really depends on what this is. Oh no. Oh, never mind. It's somebody else. I thought it was gonna be the other dude. What does this do? Declared card name. Activate top card if it's a declared card, otherwise send the graveyard. Wow. Really, really risky maneuver, but cool. If a card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, card effect, that's material, target a card on the field, place that target on the top or bottom of the deck. Please don't get rid of token support. I need it to live. I need it to live, my brother. Alright. Okay, so they're actually going to... What did they say? Mimigul Dragon. I'm gonna guess they don't play Mimigul Dragon. They were intentionally trying to do that. Although, why they called Mimigul Dragon is a bit of a question, but I guess it doesn't matter. I guess if you're intentionally trying to do that... Aww. Alright, where's it going? Top or bottom? Wow. There goes my hopes and my dreams. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright. Well, if that's the case, I might as well just take the damage. I'll just scapegoat in the end phase. Man, I was really hoping to scapegoat there. I'm not getting to use my token support spell. It's a really cool spell. I hate it when I play these decks. I make the deck, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to play this combo. It's going to involve this card and that card. And then my opponent, either the card doesn't show up, or my opponent gets rid of it before I'm able to do it. It's just unfortunate. Oh, hey, scapegoat into scapegoat. Nice. All right. I don't trust your set monster. I will flip it face up. What is it? Maybe it is Mimigul Dragon. I don't know. Okay. Oh, wow. You really did not want me to do that. Fascinating indeed. All right. Well, I'm sorry to say, my brother, it's time for me to go all out with my tokens. Much as I'm very much a fan of your more casual playstyle, I really do, I'm gonna have to hit you really, 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 really hard right now. So we're gonna go for our Avermax, and we're gonna summon out the Cosmic Compass, which will give me tokens up to the number of monsters my opponent controls, which is a big resounding 2. I really wish I had my token support, but that's okay. So let's attack into the High Sylvan dude. That will annihilate this dude all over the place. And that will end my turn right there. Alrighty, man. I bet this guy really wishes... What has he got face down? He did not want me to flip. Is it Mimigul Dragon? That's a hard thing to... I don't know. It's hard to say. That's a really good question, because that summon, that Solemn would have definitely ruined my whole Mekk-Knight plans right there. That would have definitely been an issue. Well, thankfully, they did that, so we'll see. Oh yeah, let's find out anyway. I will flip you. Mimigul Maker, tell me what it is. Oh, it's Rose. Oh, I know why. I know why he didn't want me to attack this for game. That's not how that works, my brother. That's Avamax only gets attack when, you know, he's attacking special summon creatures. Alright. So, Miraculous, you can do that twice? Dang, sucker, that's crazy. Alright. So now you have the High Protector. Very cool. The question is, do you run Ye Olden Underworld Goddess of the Closed World? I have a feeling the answer is no, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Cannot normal summon or set during the turn to activate this effect. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Now, normally that would be a big problem. But thankfully, Soldier of Chaos won't work in this situation. Thankfully. Oh. Banishes card summon a plant from the hand, unaffected by trap effects. Uh-huh. That's good old Shurubahime. But I think, unfortunately for my opponent, they saw him the wrong card. If they had left the Rose Lover face down and I could have, you know, done my thing, that would have been great. They would have been able to stop Affirmaction. Then they would have been able to annihilate me. But I wish my opponent a hearty GG, regardless. Let's go ahead for one more duel. Why not? Alright, everybody, our fourth and final opponent, the last chance at romance for our token support. That's all we really need to see in the deck at this point, because we've seen everything else in the deck. I really just want to see token support do its thing. It's just like, every time I try to do that, my opponent just says no to it. It's something that happens with a lot of the decks. Sometimes when I play that, you know, I'll pick a card or a specific combo, and I really want to do that combo. Really want to do that thing. But either the card doesn't show up in my hand, or my opponent's able to interrupt it. So it's just unfortunate that, but I would call this a fairly cracked hand in terms of, like, the amount of sheer tokenness I can do. So I'm happy with it. Let's see what my opponent's up to. Hopefully they're not playing Mimigools. That would be horribly ironic. But you will flip the Arc Fiend right away. Wow, no fear in this guy. None. I guess that makes sense why. I don't think that works, though, the way you thought it did. Alright, this is gonna be intense for multiple reasons. Alright. Oh boy, Danger Dark World. This could get dicey because I don't have anything to stop their monsters other than my little Black Garden Field spell. Got all the tokens in the universe, but nothing else. We'll see where this is gonna go. Alright, got your Dark World's Ascension. I assume that means you have, well, Dark Corridor, yes. And a Dark World monster. Then discard a card. Get Genta, because you want to really abuse those gates. And then Rambo. Oh boy. I really should have just left it at 3 duels. I don't know if I can stop this. Not with this field I mean, Black Garden's literally the only thing keeping me alive. Again, this is one of the reasons we play this over Orichalcos, just because it lets me kind of weaken my opponent to a degree. What are you doing? Oh, you're popping my scapegoat. Man, the hate on those scapegoats. My goodness. Stop popping my scapegoats. Stop it. Alright. Well, that is an unfortunate state of affairs. We're just gonna have to see where this goes. The problem is that Genta is low-key kind of broken, considering he's a non-once per turn, get yourself the field spell that is not a hard once per turn. In fact, it's not a once per... Well, yeah, it is once per turn. There it is. But it's not like a hard one. That be the issue. Because Genta will come back, and Brow will draw you another card, and then you can switch Genta back into your hand, get yourself back Mr. Grapha. Rainbow first, and then Grapha. Well, this is so far just been like classical Danger Dark Worlds. Nothing too fancy yet, but like I said, it's just, this is what they do. This is bread and butter what they do. And he's just gonna go Genta again. Alrighty. Well, I'd say this is gonna be game right here, folks. He summoned out Chlorless. This is just straight up blowing up my board. That is straight up blowing up my board, and there is nothing I can do about that. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that's game right. That means that is a 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's going to be game right there. Oh, this is what I get for trying to be greedy and going for extra duels. But regardless, folks, I think that'll have to be it for today. Even though my opponent's clearly just styling on me at this point. There's nothing I can do about this, regrettably. Alright, everybody, so the Tokens Madness went 3-1, which honestly is a lot better than it really should be doing. I was thinking like 2-2 at best, honestly, with this deck. Probably giving it a fair assessment. We really had some really ideal opponents tonight. We were able to do what we wanted to do without being interrupted too much. So it was very much an ideal situation. The deck did so very well. But we got to do it, almost everything that we wanted to do with this deck. I mean, we got out the Scape Ghost and did the little synchro line. We were able to do the links, but that's a pretty basic thing that tokens can just always do. And we were able to do like almost everything in the deck. I just It was unfortunate that we were not able to do like the hippo thing, but that's neither here nor there. Unfortunately, yeah, the one thing about Hippo Carnival, like, I can get all the tokens and all that good stuff. That doesn't work with, like, token support. So one thing we didn't get to see in the deck today is this spell, which is unfortunate, but sometimes that sort of thing happens. But I will say, it's a really cool spell, and I really wish Konami would make more, like, generic token support, or just generic support for really silly things, you know? That's my sort of cup of tea in terms of, like, just supporting random things in this card game. So hope everybody enjoyed seeing today's deck. Really hope you did. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, consider subscribing. As always, you know, we're still trying to aim for 900 subscribers. We're still getting closer and closer. You know, we just gotta maintain morale and stuff, you know, still keep it going. We're still here. And so real quick, here's the deck list if y'all are curious as to what we're playing today. And then we'll see what was tomorrow. I think I have tomorrow all set up. So for our main deck, we have 1 Hippo, 1 Copy Dragon, 3 Cosmic Compass, because it's really nice for just spamming out tokens if your opponent has stuff. Really good if you're going second for whatever, you know, if you end up going second, this card could be really good for you. Triple Arc Fiend, because it just works well with, like, the Mimigools as well. 3 copies of Scapegoat as our main, he's our main dude. He's our main dude, he's our tuner. Spams out tokens, doesn't limit you in their summons. Yeah, you have to flip them, but that's what the Book of Taio is for. Triple Mimighoul Maker, because it can potentially search out your Scapegoat. You know, I was about to say 1 for 1, but that's special summons. We don't want to do that. But yeah, Mimighoul Maker is definitely your ideal thing. Just don't remove Scapegoat by mistake. 2 copies of the Time Terror Morganite, because other than the Mimighouls, we don't play anything from our hand, so this is just a good card to get us some more draws and things. Triple Book of Taio, really nice card, because I can flip up the Scapegoats to get my combos going right away. Flip up the Mimighouls if my opponent won't do it, that sort of thing. Triple Hidden Armory, because we play a lot of our monsters in the end of phase with, like, our tokens and stuff. This is a nice card to search us out our United We Stand, or whatever equipped spell you feel like going into. And, you know, we don't have to worry about not being able to normal summon, especially considering these all, like, special summons. So it's a really nice card. 1 Token Sunday is a field nuke sort of deal. Just destroy all my tokens, destroy an equal number of cards to my opponents. It's literally like detonate in Karibos. 3 copies of Super Hippo Carnival, because I can just get out Hippo and 4 other tokens. Yeah, it gets in the way of token support, but it's really good if I just need to go for, like, links and things. We also have things like, well, of course, the OG, the Omega, He Who Was the Beginning, the Ultimate, the last stand of the John Cena of all token generators, which is the Scapegoat. We have that at 3. 3 copies of the token support, because, you know, all it doesn't work with this one. Works really well with Scapegoat, works well with the Cosmic Compass, works well with the Black Garden as well. So, you know, token support, really nice spell when it gets rolling, and the longer it's on the board, just the better. 2 copies of United We Stand, because while it runs counterproductive to, like, token support, it still works. Oh, I got the hiccups, damn it. I got the hiccups. But yes, it's just a nice little card, just in case you don't have token support for whatever reason. Works well with the Hippo Carnival. On top of that, it's just a nice little equip spell, old school cool. Triple Black Garden, because it just generates tokens, weakens my opponent's stuff. It's really good for just keeping my monsters alive and my opponent on their heels. 2 Token Stampede, so that my tokens gain 1,000 attack, can't be beaten in battle. It's just a nice little thing to, you know, allow the tokens to do some battling. And then lastly, we have the Attack of the Cornered Rat, which lets me weaken my opponent's monsters by paying life points. Really nice card. It's like, it's a niche sort of option, but sometimes you just need to beat over stuff. So that's what this card's really good for. Extra deck's pretty basic. Things like Al Mirage, because we normal summon certain monsters with very few attack points. We have Blink Spider, because our tokens are normal monsters. 2 Mascarenas. We have Paroxy Dragon. Nightmares Phoenix and Unicorn for basic removal and such. Things like Excess Code Talker and Mech Knight Avermax are our big Link side boss monsters. You can also consider Unchained Abomination will be fine in this deck as well. For our sinkers, we have like Formula Synchron, Martial Metal Marcher, the Fish Lamp, the Rose Maiden. Samurai Destroyer is, you know, I kind of threw him in last minute. You can make him, not always, but it depends on what the board looks like. So, you know, Samurai Destroyer, whatever level 7 synchro you want to throw in here, that'll work for you. And lastly, we have our Ravenous Crocodile Archivist as our synchro boss monster. It draws us a bunch of cards. It can pop stuff. It's pretty nice. Now, as for our side deck, we have a lot of different options and different tools here. You have things like Leeching the Light, where if you give your opponent a kaiju like Jizukiru, you can make it so all your tokens gain attack equal to Jizukiru's attack points. On top of Token Stampede, you basically just make a bunch of, what about 4,300 point tokens on the board, or more if you're playing like with all the Black Garden tokens. So that's an option to just make all your monsters stupidly huge as well. There's things like the Tricky, with his spell, the Tricky Spell 4, which allows you to just ditch Tricky and summon out a whole bunch of tokens that are equal in power to himself. It's an interesting way for getting out the Tricky tokens, just getting out tokens in general. The only issue being that they can't attack, so it's more of a flavor preference sort of spell. We also have things like Squid Squirt, which can summon out tokens as well. There's other Mimigools as well, depending on what your opponent's playing. If you want to play like Fairy so that they can't do special summon things from the hand. If you want to go for Cerberus to banish their cards and give yourself free monsters. Really just depends on what you're up against. There's things like the Parasitic Tiki, which is a really funny old card. But considering he only goes up to like 2,500 or like 2,000 at most, it's kind of unnecessary in the deck. But he deserves to be in the side deck because he's old school cool. There's also more Sunday if you happen to find yourself needing more field nukes. There's the original Hippo Carnival, which, you know, doesn't get restricted to... well, actually, they can't be tributed either, so it really just comes down to preference. This gives you 3 tokens. This gives you 4 tokens. So, really, this is outdone by the Super Hippo Carnival. It really just depends on if you want more tokens on the board. And lastly, the Seal of Orichalcos can be a very interesting effect of a thing. Basically, it'll give all your tokens a 500-point boost. Your opponent can't attack monsters with the lowest attack you control, so if they all have the same attack, they can't attack at all. The only problem with Seal is you can't summon from the extra deck, and if this gets destroyed, it nukes all your special summon monsters, so you really got to put more effort into like protecting the Seal on your board. But it's a neat little card in a more casual setting. EDO Pro, like I said, EDO Pro is not the most casual place in the world as much as I would like it to be. But, you know, if it was more casual, and if I knew my opponents tonight were going to be more casual, I would have potentially gone for the Seal instead, just to spice things up. But that's our deck, everybody. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me double check day 20. I think day 27. Yes, we have a deck request donation. That's right. We're playing some Zambos. That's right. Okay, so yeah, day 27's all set up. Don't need to do anything for that because we got some zombies coming. So until next time, everybody, this has been your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, with 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! Continuing strong into the second quarter. So thank you for watching. Until tomorrow, y'all stay safe, stay happy. You have a good one. Take care, everybody.